Hi traders, welcome to the week ahead. Let's get the housekeeping out of the way. This video is only for educational purposes. It expresses my own personal opinions. It does not offer financial advice. By watching this video, you agree not to hold the distributors of this video responsible for any of the ideas and opinions expressed. Trading in the currency market is high risk, and because of the high leverage that is used in trading, you can stand to lose some or all of your money. If you have any doubts about trading in the currency market or feel you need investment advice, then you need to go to a qualified and registered financial advisor before any investment is made. Right, let's get to the charts. And we have non-farm payroll obviously coming up this week. Keep in mind we have the cash rate for Australia coming out later in the week, so keep your eye on that calendar. I want to go to the dollar index. And you have heard me banging on about this for weeks, that if we get below this, then we could see a significant weakening in the US dollar. And we're looking at a weekly chart, and I pulled that up because this has been the key area of support. And we finished the week breaking it. So let's go down to our daily chart, and you just see on Friday it finished just poking through this level here. As long as this level holds, in my opinion, we're going to see some strength in all the other currencies against the US dollar. And with that in mind, we're going to go straight to the Aussie USD and take a look. As you can see, we were finishing fairly strongly on Friday, and it looks like we're going to be retesting the 74. We could see a little sideways movement for a few days, a few weeks, but eventually I believe that this Aussie US dollar is going to break this area, and when it does, it's going to be opportunities to get long. So any pullback that takes place over the next few days, few weeks, I am going to be looking to get long, and will be buying from down here. Now the Aussie CAD is another one that I've got my eye on. In fact, there's quite a number of pairs that are suggesting that we could get a move up. A break of 96 here, or any pullback, I would suggest, this is what I'll be doing. We'll be building in to another move north. I'm also watching the Aussie Swiss, and that is at key levels as well. You can see that this is an incredibly strong resistance area where prices struggle to get through. And so as long as if we can get above here, I will be starting to build into a longer term trade. Aussie JPY, we're at a critical level here, and this level will be 77. Now that's quite a significant level for this pair. We'll get it up. There we go. It does have to take this higher, but any break above this will have me building, starting to build in to a potential longer term trade. Doesn't mean to say it's going to happen. We're just going to have a look at it. It's just suggesting that this long trend, downtrend, could be over. We bottomed out way down in here. We've got an inverted head and shoulders through here, suggesting that this particular area here is going to hold. The close above here is going to be a signal for me to get long. I'm not that interested on any of the CAD pairs, range bound. I'm not expecting any moves at all on those. Now with the Euro AUD, I'm not sure what's going to happen. You can see that this here is a major support area. And if we come back down to the daily chart and just get a look at it, As I said last week, any break above this trend line, I would be looking to retest this area up here. We have not got that. Any break below this is going to be interesting too. And if it broke below, I'd be very careful of a bear trap, and I'd wait for a retest before getting in to go long. There's nothing on the Euro CAD at the moment. The key levels are as they were from last week. Euro Swissy, again, it's really struggling here, and I'm just not sure if it can get up. The last 3-4 weeks, it's tested, broke up, came back down, and I would suggest that any close above this key area could be an opportunity to get a Euro pound. Saw a move up last week, breaking the trend line. That was a nice little move. I probably think that is a reasonable profit target for that pair. Euro JPY. Looking for a retest of up here. I'm not really interested in trading it. I just think a lot of the yen pairs that are the currencies like US JPY, pound JPY, have the potential to weaken against the yen, and I'm not sure about the other yen pairs like Aussie yen, New Zealand yen, and CAD yen, Euro yen. But this is a strong area of resistance, and unless we get up here and we get a close and then we get a good bullish signal for a retest of these levels up here, I'm not really interested. I'm interested in possibly looking for a bounce at this key level. Euro NZD. Now, unlike the Euro AUD, we did get a breakout last week, and it looks like we're going in for a retest. And as I suggested in the video last week, I'm looking for a retest and then a decent bearish signal off this level, as long as this level holds. Euro USD. Looking like we're making a move again somewhere up to 120. And with that in mind, I'm going to be patient. I did take the breakout, but I pulled the trades off before the close of the market last week. Until this breaks 120, I'd be very skeptical about it going higher. I think long term it possibly is going to go higher against the US dollar, and this could just move sideways for a few weeks. So any pullback down into here to this level here is going to be an opportunity for me to buy. Pound AUD. Now, the Pound AUD and Pound New Zealand in particular are two British pound pairs that I do have my eye on. This is a very key area of support, and if we can get a break below here and this level holds, even if we get a retest and then go, I think this has the potential to go lower. If this level holds, we could just see more of the same between this high and this low, and it could go on for days or for weeks. Bearing in mind that the latest on the Brexit is that they will be leaving the Union in January, the UK government. Unless that changes, that's what's going to happen. I do think that there's potentially some very good trades on the pound pairs. Pound caddy, played around with this in the London Open. This is a key area here, so I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen. And if we get a break below this area, I dip my toe in the water a little bit and look for a retest of this area down into here. Pound Swissy. Still waiting. Was hoping that this retest wouldn't be as deep, and I'm holding a couple of, or 3 positions actually, and I'm upside down about 30 or 40 pips. My cutoff point is here. If it breaks below this area here, I will be taking a loss, but I'm looking for a bounce from here. Pound JPY. Some of you have asked me about my daily candle change technique, and I'm always in for the bigger moves. I'm in for the 300, 400 pip stuff. This here is going nicely at the moment. Just by way of explanation, what I'm looking for always is, you'll notice that on Thursday, this candle here, it opened pretty much where the previous candle closed, but it couldn't break that area, and it closed lower than it closed the previous candle. That is always a signal that there could be a potential for it to come back and go lower. So with that in mind, I took the trade, and I had my entry just below here, and of course we're in a pretty healthy condition with profits locked in. My first take profit is actually this here for my 3rd position. I think it's around about 100 pips. No, it's not. It's only 50. Here's my 2nd position, and my 3rd position is way down here and do what it likes. So I'm looking for this to go lower this week, and if we get a break at this level here and a good bearish candlestick formation, I'll look to add if it's going to come lower. Pound New Zealand, I'm looking to get in on this. You can see that Friday was very strong. We have not had a pullback yet. Now, if you're trading the Pound New Zealand, you need a pretty big stop loss because it's such a volatile pair. It moves a great range just during the day, average daily true range. So just, as a heads up on that, if you're going to trade it, you do need to have bigger stop losses. I trade smaller lot sizes to enable me to take bigger stop losses and still keep to my risk reward ratios that I like to stick to. Pound USD. Looking for a bounce off here this week. This is definitely making higher highs and higher lows, and I'm looking to get a bounce off here and hopefully a break sometime this week of 134 and a move higher. I'll be watching that US dollar index. If that continues to come lower, we'll be in good shape for the potential of that to take place. New Zealand CAD is one that I've really got my eye on. I'm looking for a decent move up. I want to go to the bigger time frame. This was the move that we caught a couple of weeks ago. We also caught this one down in here. Taking some pretty good profit out of it. What I'm looking for now is I need it to break this area here. Bearing in mind it could be fakey, but I'm looking for this to get up, do a retest of some sort, and then move a lot higher. I actually think that this downtrend has reversed. Now, any pullback down into these areas here will be just an excuse to buy at a better price at this stage for me. Nothing on the New Zealand Swiss, a bit like the Aussie Swiss, really has to break this key level here, so I'm not holding my breath at the moment. New Zealand USD, looking to get in again. I'm hoping for a retest before we go up any higher, for a retest of this level in here, and you can see this inverted head and shoulders. Here there's there. There's the head, and I really like the way the neckline has been broken. And when the neckline is generally on a rise like that, usually it's a pretty strong move up, not all the time. So we're looking for this kind of scenario. That's what I'd like to see. It could just carry on, and if it breaks in here, I have penny orders sitting just above it. Nearly got taken in on Friday, but not quite. Also expecting the US CAD to make a move lower, and so it's another one I'm watching very closely. And I've got penny orders sitting under here. US Swissy, again, looking for a move lower, especially if we see the US dollar coming lower. And we'll come back to the daily chart. It's just so clear, clean cut. You can see that it broke here, but went back, retested up in here. Suggestion is that we might hold here, and if we do, I'll be looking for a bearish signal. USD JPY, looking for a break of this area of 104 for a move lower. Currently holding positions. I'm a little bit up. I've been in it since here. Taking first and second positions off, held on to the third, and I took another position just in here early in the last week. So I'm in pretty good shape. Profits locked in, can't lose. It's the sort of position I like to be in. Let's take a look at the move. Now, I caught a really good move on gold. You heard me banging on any break below 18.50. I had pending orders under here, and this was a lovely move down. I am still expecting this to go lower. Now, doesn't mean to say that it will, but I'm expecting it to maybe test down to the 17.50, maybe even lower. But before this run is over, I'm expecting down here, possibly even down to 1700. I just want to say something here. Usually, if you see a lot of people, say dollar dropping and gold rising, and the parallels between gold and US dollar are not necessarily that way, and you need to be careful about what people say, because words are very, very powerful. And you can easily get into a mindset that can undo you. With the dollar dropping, we've seen gold dropping this time. So the correlations are not there. Now, long term, at some point, if the US dollar is going to drop, significantly, and if Janet Yellen is appointed, she's already come out publicly and stated that she wants a weaker US dollar, and sees that as a key to recovering financially in the States long term. And if that's the case, at some point this is going to pull up and we'll make another move up. And I think in the mid to long term, gold is going to go much higher. But this could come all the way down into here. At this stage, any pullback is going to be an opportunity for me to sell. Silver is very, very similar. And looking to get in, I actually missed this because I forgot to put my pending order in. I had was going to have a pending order under 24. I missed it, didn't get round to it, got sidetracked. So I'm looking now to get in again. So any pullback will have me looking for an opportunity to buy on the turn at a good bearish formation. So with that being said, I wish you well for the coming week on the charts, and we'll talk to you in the chat room. I pray that you and your families are well and safe and keeping out of the way of COVID, and hopefully there's going to be some vaccines soon, and we'll begin to see some resemblance of getting back to normal, if there's such a thing. So please let me encourage you to trade well, and by trading well, don't chase the market. Have a very strict, diligent strategy that you stick to. Have well managed and well disciplined financial criteria that you stick to. Money management is absolutely key if you're going to be successful in this game. And we'll see you in the chat room. Cheers.